So, what would you say if I told you that there's an everyday kitchen tool that can actually make you a better baker and cook? One that can help you turn out perfect pie crusts like this one, restaurant quality pizzas and calzones, fluffy biscuits, and a whole lot more. Well, you'd probably say, tell me more, right? Especially if you already own one of these or you're thinking about getting one. Well, I am going to tell you more. And if you haven't already guessed, I'm talking about a food processor. And it won't just make you a better baker and a cook, it'll make you a happier one too, because you'll get more consistent results, faster, and with less hassle. And that is a recipe for making your time in the kitchen more enjoyable and more productive. To prove my point, in this video, I'm going to show you my top 7 ways that a food processor can be an indispensable kitchen companion, and especially if baking is your thing. So let's dive in and start with the one thing that trips up more home bakers than just about any other: making pie dough. Now, I know there are traditionalists out there who love making pie dough entirely by hand, and I respect that. I used to be one of them. But having written 18 cookbooks, 3 of them just about pie, I'm here to tell you that using a food processor is the absolute easiest way to make pie dough. With a food processor, there's no exhausting workouts with your pastry blender, none of this klutzy cutting butter into flour with 2 knives, and no guessing about how much water to add. You just buzz the dry ingredients, pulse in cubes of butter, and then add the water. Pack it all together, seal it up, and then chill the dough briefly before you roll it. Now, if that looked pretty easy, that's because it is. And in the description box below, you'll find a link to my video that shows you exactly how to make food processor pie dough like this. So make sure to check that out after you watch this video. And by the way, there's another kind of pie crust that the food processor is a big help with, and that's coming up later in the video, so be sure to stick around for that. So if pie dough is one of the top ways that a food processor can make you a better baker, bread dough, especially pizza and calzone dough, is a close second. Now, I mentioned pizza and calzone dough specifically because everybody loves them, and you can save a bundle on takeout and delivery when you make your own dough and pizzas from scratch. Probably save enough in a few months to pay for a nice new food processor. Let me show you just how quickly you can make pizza and calzone dough in the food processor. Just start by combining your dry ingredients in the bowl, and then with the processor running, you add your water, yeast, and oil in a stream like this. When the dough forms a ball, let the machine knead the dough for a few seconds, then turn it out onto your counter and hand knead it for a few more seconds to smooth it out. Put the dough in an oil bowl, let the dough rise until doubled, and you're ready to make your pizza or calzone. And by the way, you can also make a loaf of delicious sandwich bread using pretty much the same method. If you're interested, I have a link in the description box below to the calzone dough recipe, so be sure to check that out. Now, before we go any further, just a quick word about food processors. For most of the operations we're talking about in this video, the recipes, especially the heavier mixtures like the bread dough, you're going to need a food processor with a good size 12 to 14 cup bowl and a strong motor. I've owned a number of processors over the years, and this is by far the one I like best, the Cuisinart 14 cup. It's uncomplicated, just these 2 paddle buttons, and it has a powerful 720 watt motor. And unlike my noisy KitchenAid mixer, it doesn't make a lot of racket. You'll find a link to this model below if you want to check it out. And by the way, I've got a video about this very machine in the works, so be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss it when it comes out. Moving on to number 3 on our list. If you're anything like me, come summertime, you are up to your eyeballs in zucchini. And lots of zucchini can only mean one thing. I'll be baking a lot of zucchini bread and other zucchini recipes. And how do so many of these recipes start out? Like this, with grated zucchini. Now, grating with a box grater is fine if you don't mind the mess and taking off a little skin from time to time. But why go to the trouble when you can outsource this job to your food processor? First, you'll need to attach the round shredding blade that comes with your machine. Then down the feed tube goes the zucchini. Doing it this way is quick, it's efficient, and it keeps all the gratings and the juice inside the bowl instead of all over your counter. So whether you're shredding carrots for carrot cake, cheese for your homemade mac and cheese, or zucchini for this to die for chocolate zucchini cake, yep, you'll find the link to my recipe below, your food processor is the way to go. Now, do you like flaky biscuits and crusty scones? Of course you do. That's a silly question. Everybody loves them. But not everyone loves or has the strength for the mixing process. Rubbing that cold butter into the dry mixture is hard work, even with the help of a pastry blender. Which is why a lot of home cooks these days use their food processor to make biscuits and scones. That's number 4 on my list of ways your food processor can be a huge asset in your kitchen. Now, the way you make food processor biscuits is very similar to the way that we make pie dough. We let the machine do the hard work. First, we combine the dry ingredients in the processor bowl. Then we cut in the cold butter, and then we add the buttermilk. You shape and cut the biscuits the way you normally would, pop them in the oven, and man, oh man, talk about biscuit bliss. I put the entire recipe in the description box below because you're really going to want to try it. Now, if you were lucky enough to grow up helping your mom or your grandma bake homemade cookies, you probably used a hand mixer or a stand mixer most of the time. I have both, a lot of people do, and those machines are great, especially when your recipe requires a creamy, aerated base. But did you know that there are any number of cookie doughs that you can mix right in the food processor? You sure can, and that makes cookies number 5 on our list. Take shortbread cookies, for instance. Shortbread bars and shortbread cookies typically have a light, crumbly texture, and that's the sort of texture that the food processor is really, really good at helping you achieve. So mixing shortbread dough in the processor is a cinch. That's how I make these rosemary lemon shortbread cookies from my book, The Harvest Baker. And you save time too, because you don't have to soften and then beat the butter first. You just buzz the dry ingredients together and then work in the butter. Then you shape, slice, and bake them. My wife and I love to gift these cookies during the holidays. And I'd love to gift you with the recipe. So look for the link in the description box below, and I'll make sure you get a copy. By the way, I would love to hear how you use your food processor in your baking, or how you'd like to use it if you had one. So please leave a comment below, and while you're at it, I'd love it if you subscribe to this channel. Thanks a lot. Now, earlier I mentioned that there's another kind of pie crust where a food processor can help you become a better baker. And that's with crumb crusts. So you know that virtually every sweet pie has either a pastry crust like we mixed up earlier, or it has a crumb crust like you get with key lime pie or cream pies, icebox pies, and others like cheesecake. Crumb crusts include graham cracker crusts, cookie crusts like Oreo and shortbread crusts, and even pretzel and saltine crusts. And all these crumb crusts start with, you guessed it, crumbs, fine crumbs. Now, in a pinch, you can use the old crush them in a plastic bag trick, but that's a chore, and it's a challenge to end up with a fine, uniform texture that you need. But your processor is a champ at this. Just break your cookies or crackers into the processor bowl. That'll give them a head start. And give the machine a series of long pulses until they're just right. Don't overdo it. You don't want to end up with powder. Just nice, fine, uniform crumbs. And by the way, I have a free crumb crust guide and cheat sheet I'd love to give you, so check for that link below if you'd like to download a copy. Finally, part of being a better baker and cook is knowing your options. And number 7 on our list is an option that many bakers, even experienced ones, don't know about: making whipped cream in your food processor. Now, of course, there's pretty much no wrong way to make something as delicious as whipped cream, but I have to tell you, the food processor really nails it. You don't have to chill your bowl and your beaters like they always tell you to do with the hand mixer method, so this is quicker. You just pour cold cream into the machine, add a little sugar and vanilla, then it's off to the races. After about 30 or 40 seconds, you keep an eye on it so you don't overdo it, you have this beautiful thick whipped cream. The texture is more dense than whipped cream made with a hand mixer because you're not beating air into it. In fact, it's so dense and stable that a lot of bakers use it for piping when they decorate cakes. So by now you should have a very good idea how a food processor can make you a better and happier baker by saving you time, making you more efficient, and taking on tasks you might find intimidating or don't really enjoy doing. It's like having a baking assistant on standby, and we can all use that kind of help. By the way, if you'd like to learn more about some of the best tools for bakers and pie makers, I think you'll appreciate another video I've made on that very subject, and you can watch that video right here. Take care.